Hello, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, press like a 1 or a yes. Let me know. And then we'll start. So just gonna give it just a second. Press hit like yes or 1 or something. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Uh-oh. It's coming up that okay, everybody can hear me. Okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of people in here. Holy moly. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a rather short stream. It's not going to be like hours long or anything. This is going to definitely be this is going to be something that is how do I put it? Like, I just want to get my thoughts out in real time because there's so much information coming out rapidly. The last video I just posted I started that like a week and a half ago, and things progressed as I was editing that video, and it was becoming a lot. So before I even consider making another like big video on everything, I kind of want to let you guys know where I am at currently. But I also didn't want to just like upload a half-assed video, and you know what I mean? So that's where I am. That's what's going on. So there is a lot. What is going? I hear noises, but I don't see anything. Oh no. Did something happen? I heard like a little bloop. I don't know what that means. I'm looking at the YouTube page, and I guess I should be looking at my OBS. So anyway, a lot of information has happened with Shane Dawson, obviously, Jeffree Star, Tati, James Charles. People have been asking me over and over and over again if I've seen Blair's video. I definitely have. Oh, my mic is too quiet? Hold on. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Yeah, there's just a lot, and I have a lot of thoughts on it. And I kind of want to just like, I don't know, I would just want to have a sit-down conversation with everybody and see where everybody else is at, too. Let's see if we're on the same page, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. Anyway, let's start. So, let's go back a couple days ago when Blair released her video. I actually uploaded my video before she released it. It was available on my Patreon like a day before I released it publicly. So that's why there wasn't anything included in that, because it was a lot. There was already a lot going on. And she shared a lot of information that made things go from one side of the spectrum to the other really quick. Things got really, really dark really fast. And I know, so I'm going to have some bias here. I'm definitely going to have some, with things that have happened in the past couple of months. But I'm going to have some thoughts, some biases, if you will, towards the situation because of things that happen. But I'm going to try my best to be as fair as I can. I don't hate her video. I think there was a lot of important information that came out of it. However, I feel weird about it too. There's a lot of someone asked me about Animal Crossing in the chat. I love Animal Crossing, but we're not going off on a tangent here. Don't let me go off on a tangent. Don't let me do it. But anyway, sorry. Getting back on point. There's a lot that she said that made me like feel, I don't know. In general, what she said was she brought up that she felt like she was being manipulated by Jeffree Star and that she was sitting on this for about a month with something that he told her. And I hear the noise again, but nothing's popping up. What happened? Sorry. Anyway, she felt like she was being manipulated. She said that she had information she didn't want to be part of that, and I totally understand. And she also said that what she did, she was very, very, like, afraid to come out, but in her heart she knew that what she was doing was right. And I'm not trying to be shady or anything, but, you know, when I was coming out with my information, that's exactly how I felt. So I guess I can empathize with that a little bit, but at the same time, I still have that bias. So, anyway, I just don't like this whole thing with a voice memo. I don't like this whole situation of there being a voice memo. And that this is going to be a big portion of this conversation. And, anyway, if Jeffree Star has a voice memo of, somebody coming out and saying that something happened to them, why is he not going to authorities with that? It doesn't matter if he doesn't have enough to okay, I'm going to compare it to a situation that happened a couple months ago when I was discussing my situation. Something came out about Davi Vanity that I was really worried about, and I'm not going into detail about it because I can't, but I felt really uncomfortable by something I was told. I didn't mean or didn't know what to do. I was, like, concerned. So I tried to report it to authorities. And I reported to police departments first, which didn't get me anywhere. And then I was directed to report it to the FBI. And they did do something about it. And it was something that I felt weird about because I felt like I couldn't do anything really. Like it wasn't it wasn't enough to send somebody to jail or anything like that. But I still sent it to authorities. I still did what I could to try and get that taken care of as best as I could. I didn't just go right to YouTube and talk about it. And also, if you hear like heavy breathing, that's just Chester. He came in from playing outside and he's all excited and happy. Anyway, one second. I saw some super chats here. Allegedly, Angela. Oh my God, I forgot to message you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a nice day too. And if you have Instagram, DM me on Instagram. If not, I'm probably coming back to Twitter soon, so I'll get back to you through DMs there. But thank you. And then I'm gonna, I don't know, Suo Nico sent $2. Thank you so much with the cute little hearts. I appreciate that. I am going to try and speak my thoughts before I get into like super chats or anything, and I keep hearing like little bloops on on my OBS, but nothing's popping up, so I don't know if people are sending super chats or anything like that and they're just not popping up like that. I don't know if anybody else can hear that or if that's just on my end, but thank you so much. And there's one more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Simly, oh my God, you have a little, I love The Sims. I think Jeffree maybe illegally recorded the conversation. That's a possibility. I definitely have a suspicion about that because what Tati said, and we'll get into in a minute, is that this suspicious, mysterious voice memo seems to be part of a larger conversation. And what Blair White mentioned, and this is what I feel weird about, is she said it's very credible. This is where my bias comes in, and people can disagree with me because I know I share an audience with her, and that's fine. Because of things that have happened recently, there's a lot that makes me not necessarily, I don't think she's lying. I don't believe Blair's lying by any means. But I don't necessarily find her to be a credible source of information with judgments because of things that have happened. So that's where I personally stand on it. So if you guys disagree, that's fine. But that's why I feel weird about it. Blair said that she thinks that this voice memo is credible. And then Tati came out saying, well, this voice memo sounds like a larger part of a conversation, like it was a clip from a bigger conversation. One, as someone mentioned, does that mean that he had illegally recorded something? We don't know. 2, does that mean that if this is a clip of a larger conversation, could it possibly have been taken out of context? This is why I don't want to believe, like, this is why I feel irresponsible to say, yes, this happened, or no, it didn't happen, because of the fact that there's no, oh, 1 second. Sorry, I will be right back. I am so sorry. Okay, anyway, the reason why is because we don't know. Like, this voice memo isn't public knowledge yet. Nobody that I know personally has heard this voice memo. It's something that I feel uncomfortable really, like, making a decision on whether or not I believe what's going on is true, because we have all of this hearsay about it, but we don't have an actual person coming out with their story yet. And these are, like, people treating a potential alleged victim as currency. They're treating this information from somebody as currency. Jeffree is specifically seeing, like, oh, well, I have this voice memo, and this is my voice memo, this is my proof, I have dirt on everybody. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. And, do I believe that Blair was manipulated? Probably. But, yeah. Anyway, going back to Jeffree, because if she knows, then who else knows as well? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that she wasn't the only one that was told. It seems like Tati knows. I assume possibly, Shane. Sorry, his name escaped me for a moment. I very much assume that there's definitely more people that know about this than what is public knowledge, in my opinion. I definitely believe that. And I think that this is just absolutely reprehensible in the fact that this is being treated like a game, like this information, that this very, very private information that may or may not, I can't even say for sure, like, if this truly exists, because nobody has heard it. So I have to say alleged. This alleged information is being treated as, I don't know, it feels like blackmail in a way. And, oh, with Shane Dawson, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Also, real quick, let me see here. I know I always say I'll read the super chats at the end, but someone, holy crap, someone did, okay. Let me see real quick. Stevie Frederick, thank you. At least they'll look fresh while feds are watching. Oh my god, I mean, they are all millionaires, and if you were to ask me if I feel bad for, like, Shane or Jeffree or anybody, I don't. The person I feel bad for the most is if there is somebody truly being a victim in this situation, if somebody truly was hurt, that must be the most anxiety-inducing situation ever. Also, what was that little bright noise? What is going on? I'm so sorry. I'm still getting used to OBS with live streaming. But thank you so much, by the way, for that. For the $15. Oh my god, thank you. And also thank you, BRB Crying. Tell Chester I love him. Chester's actually right next to me. So, Chester, BRB Crying says that they love you. He's just staring at me. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, why is mom talking to the computer? And then someone else, Latula Arts, $2. Thank you so much. Hug Chester and tell him I said he's a good boy. Come here. Come. You are such a good boy. You are. Latula Arts says that you are such a good boy. And you are. I don't know if you can hear him. Maybe if can you hear him? It's okay. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's there. Anyway, okay, sorry for getting distracted here. Yes, I think that Jeffree Star is a vicious, disgusting, awful, awful person who clearly does not care about anybody's tragedies, traumas, or anything like that. This is all just a game for him, which is disgusting. And I was so mad about this earlier, and now I've kind of like processed a little bit, so I'm a lot calmer. But the thing with Shane is now it's just finally coming out that he is no longer this empathetic, like, oh my god, yes, I'm so much better than I was in my past. I'm done. I think in general I'm just done with, like, big YouTubers. It's absolutely... This is the most manipulative and dark thing I think I have ever come across on YouTube. And this has been going on behind the scenes for so long, and now it's finally coming to light. And it's absolutely awful. It's reprehensible. Shane Dawson had a meltdown today over Tati posting a video, but hasn't made a single comment about the things going on in the past few days. Not a single comment about what happened with Willow Smith and how Will Smith's family is just absolutely disgusted. I swear to God, if I read a tweet by any one of Will Smith's family members saying that they were disgusted with me, that knowing that they hate me for things, I think I'd be in bed crying for 3 days. And I'm not feeling bad for Shane, by the way, because he deserves it. Like, what he did, that was somebody's, like, okay, if you guys don't know, if you guys don't know what happened, I'll fill you in a little bit. There was a clip going around recently where Shane, years ago, was pretending to beat it to a picture of Willow Smith at like age 11. And usually, like, when somebody brings up information like from like 10, 11 years ago, like someone said something terrible, if they've genuinely changed, if they've genuinely like if they've genuinely shown growth, I think it's a good opportunity to allow people to grow. But when it involves children, when it involves predatory actions, when it involves being an adult and continuously over and over and over again making the most disgusting jokes about pedophilia and like making this seem okay and then making people uncomfortable and trying to pass that off as a joke, like, there's something definitely wrong there. And yeah, hold on, okay, people keep saying map. Is there like a map in the chat here, or is something going on? Like, I don't know if it was just in response to like an agreement of like me talking about Shane being like this, if he thinks like it's okay, or if like someone's in here. But I swear to God, there better not be some map in this chat here, or I will unleash a wrath like nobody has ever seen. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the big issue. Also, it's starting to like storm, so if I just suddenly disappear from the live stream, that's why. So, regardless, nevertheless, there's an extent to which, you know what I mean, things are okay and things, there's an extent to which, like, someone should be forgiven. Someone should be able to redeem themselves. Someone, you know, and I'm sorry, but the things that Shane has done, thinking that it's okay to do these things with children, like saying so many disgusting things, I'm genuinely concerned. And it's horrible. And he definitely needs to be held accountable for that. And I don't feel bad that Will Smith's family is upset with him for that because that's Will Smith's daughter. And Shane, of all people, being a famous YouTube celebrity, should be aware that people who are famous are still people. That's somebody's kid. That's disgusting. Also, I saw people saying hi to Ripzilla. Is he in here? Hi. I just see the turtles, and I love that. Anyway, okay, so I'm at such a loss for words that Shane Dawson could be able to ignore all of that. That he can't apologize to Will Smith's family, to Willow Smith. He can't be fucked to apologize for any of these things that he's done. But the second that Tati makes a video saying, you know, not only did Shane, which by the way, I'll get into Tati in a second. I'm not giving her a pass on this, but Tati saying, oh, well, Shane manipulated me, and not only that, but he offered to edit my video and thumbnails of the Bye Sister. Well, okay. That was me making a noise with my mouth. I didn't rip ass on camera, just so you know. But I wouldn't put it past myself to do that. Anyway, Shane, I've had suspicions of Shane for a little bit being more involved with this Dramageddon than people want to believe, people know. That was the whole premise of my first big video on it, was that, you know, like, the whole thing, like, and I feel bad for making it more lighthearted than it, like, I feel bad for making it lighthearted because it was the one time I was like, oh, this isn't as dark as some of the other things I talk about, and then right after I upload it, there's stuff that made it immediately more dark. There was stuff that came out that was immediately disgusting, and now so the next video I make on it is not going to be as lighthearted. But anyway, he was definitely involved in all of this. Okay, I'll say allegedly, but I personally believe that he is. And as for Tati, I don't believe that maybe she was manipulated, but I think she still is an adult that can make decisions, and at the end of the day, she was the one that still made that decision to post that video. And if James accepts her apology, that's great, but ever since all of this happened, I lost my trust in Tati. And I don't have trust back for her. I don't trust at all. Anyway. So, I saw somebody say, like, talk about Ryland. Listen, Ryland, if you're willing to put everything aside and just talk about Tati, and again, not encourage, what's the word? Enable Shane to hide from accountability of everything else going on and ignore everything except for what's truly going on with Shane, then he's not good in my book either. He's absolutely horrible. So yeah. Anyway, I don't trust anybody in this situation anymore. I don't know what to think, to be completely honest, on some aspects of the situation. And then on other aspects, I'm just completely disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted. And yeah, this is something. So hold on, I did write a few notes down because I want to make sure I stay on point here. If there is an alleged victim of anything. I can't imagine how that person feels to have shared private information with somebody and to have that somebody use that information, record it, and send it to other people to blackmail somebody else. How heartless could you be to completely disregard somebody's pain like that? If there is somebody, I don't know what to think. Somebody sent, let me see here. 1 second. Rylan got, oh, thank you so much, Mega Red, for sending $5. Rylan got booted for episode 1 of the series. So much he must not know. Love you. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to think back. Did he? Was he not? I get, you know what? Yeah, he kind of really wasn't involved that much. And thank you, Guy, for the, is it €5? Is that, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Why not Facecam? So I wanted to just kind of set my thoughts on this, and I am currently, right now, everything is all over the place, and definitely not, the way I want things to look right now to be on camera. So there's that. And, yeah, I think somebody else, is there a way for me to view the other, let me see here. I thought I saw somebody else send another super chat. If so, thank you. It disappeared though. So thank you so much. But anyway, I am just very perplexed and conflicted and angry. And I'm kind of glad that I let myself calm down a little bit before recording this. Thank you, Repzilla Beanie Squad. Listen, I have been thinking about, I want to do beanie hats. Like, I want to sell beanie hats, but I can't find a website that sells them, like, the way, like, Teespring or anything does. I'm sorry, I get all distracted. I have a very terrible attention span. That's why I usually don't do lives, and I just write all my thoughts down. But yes, and a lot of people are saying Tati is shady in the chat. I don't trust Tati. I mean, like, I do to an extent to what she says. Like, do I believe that Shane really went over and offered to edit her video, offered to film her reaction to things? Yeah, I kind of do. But at the same time, like, maybe, I don't know. I just don't think that she's innocent. That's where I'm trying to go with that. I don't think that she is innocent in this situation at all. Melvin's Joy, thank you. He said, has he let himself go as he's hiding? I guess you're talking about Shane Dawson. Maybe. His meltdown video today made me so uncomfortable. Me and my boyfriend were watching it, and I was just like, ugh. But you know what's, honestly, I think that's the real Shane. I really do. I think that that is who Shane is. I think that he let a little piece of himself really slip out. And he let a little piece of himself come out to light because he was panicking and he was not thinking clearly and didn't plan this. He just freaked out and went on live. And yeah, I think we got a little glimpse of who Shane really is. Thank you, KCJ, who says, I believe that Tati was manipulated by Jafar. I love the nicknames that people give Jeffree Star, Jeremiah Starfish. I love that so much. I got a stupid sense of humor. Jafar and Shame Wallace, she was vulnerable and hurt. It could happen to us all. Possibly. I mean, being in a vulnerable state could definitely cloud someone's judgment. But I don't know. Something just settles weird with me with that. Like, I just don't trust someone. Oh, thank you. Is it Soph the Ghost? Oh, thank you so much. It's like a little, I don't know what that is. It says wrecked. It's a little sticker of someone falling in a chair. Thank you so much. And then, Britt Mullen said, did you see Shane's dear... Oh, Okay, my computer froze for a second. Thank you, Britt Mullen, and I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to look that up. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down on my notepad so I remember it. So I can research that. That is, yeah. So, thank you, Annabella. I'm gonna screw your last name up here. Venstra? Thank you so much. Chatrick Star. Oh, I love the names. There was a few other things I wanted to mention. A few other things that I wanted to elaborate here, but I don't necessarily... They're not coming to my mind. I wrote a few things down, and I've discussed pretty much all of those. But yeah, this is just absolutely... This is a lot. Someone else said... I'm sorry, I'm really bad at saying names. Suo Neko? Nikeo? Sorry. Thank you. OMG, please sell beanies. If I could figure out how, I will. Yeah. Do you guys know I have like a whole box of beanie hats, and I only wear the striped one because it just, I don't know, it's just been such a part of the channel at this point that I can't find myself wearing another one, and when I wear a different beanie hat, it just doesn't feel right. Morgan Smith, thank you. She says, they look like sociopaths in their campaign makeup. You know what I find weird is that Shane made a whole series on sociopaths and was so obsessed with sociopaths, and ever since he made a video on sociopaths, he's been playing this role of being an empath, and he wants everybody to think that he's an empath. Like, oh, I'm so empathetic. Oh, I feel what you're feeling. I'm somebody that personally, I mean, I think I'm pretty, like, I'm somebody that I think I would consider myself as an empath. But I would never, like, an empath wouldn't pretend to feel something and then try to turn it into a marketing campaign for their makeup. They wouldn't try to ruin somebody's career for makeup. It just doesn't make any sense for me. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty, I don't know. I mean, I just read some, finally, you're on the tangent I've been on for months. What, talking about the empath thing? Yeah. Oh, thanks again, Britt Mullen. Said, Dear Millie was a show Shane did with the Fine Brothers, and it involves situations with a puppet who is supposed to be 8. Let me write that down. Millie Fine Bros. I don't like the Fine Brothers. I never liked their content. So that's probably why. So, yeah. And, empaths don't consistently try to drag people. Well, yeah, maybe I'm not an empath. I don't know. I like to think that I'm somebody that feels, I don't know. That's like a whole different conversation. I don't want to go into too much about my own things in this situation because I don't really think it's a proper time to be talking about myself too much, but maybe another time we'll talk about that conversation. Thank you so much, Jasmine Vega, who said someone in this chat said Jefferson's Staircase. That's my new favorite, Jefferson's Staircase. 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. It's my fave. Also, I love you and your doggo. Oh, thank you so much. We love you right back. And Chester is laying by my feet right now, and he's just chilling as I'm talking. Wait, Shane... Is Shane live? Wait, are you guys kidding? Someone said Shane's live. Is he live right now? Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm checking. If Shane's live... Let me see. Don't get my hopes up. He's not live on Instagram. Is he live on YouTube? Is he live? Is he? Okay, if Shane Dawson is live on YouTube, I'm going to stop this stream right now and watch what he's doing. And if you're lying to me, I'm going to be upset. I don't see a live video. You guys are lying. I don't see a live stream. I don't see it. You got, oh, he was live? Oh, okay. Well, if he was live and he is no longer live, then, I mean, I know he was live on Instagram for like 2 minutes, and then I heard Ryland in the background, like, yelling at him to get off. Okay, everyone's like, no, he's not, okay, I don't think he's live, guys. I got excited, I thought he was for a second. Someone said in the chat that he was. Thank you so much, Xavier Carroll. I hope I said the Carroll. Love the videos. Also, would definitely buy Tamimi certified beanies. Also, I'm not gonna say the word just in case YouTube's like, now, but let's do that to Shane and get him expelled from the LGBTQ community. I mean, yeah, if he did, if he just needs to. There was a long time ago a video by someone named the YT Watchdog, and I don't know if anybody even knows who that was, because this is like 10 years ago. And he would always say, pack your bags and get the F off of YouTube. And he made videos about Shane saying the same thing, and I wish he would come back just to make one more video screaming at him to do just that. I don't think Shane should be part of any online community at this point, especially if he really is involved with terrible things with kids. I just absolutely, no. I think it's time to pack up and leave. Thank you, Fairy. Thank you. Peter Mon said in his video today that he has been asked by James to participate in a series about the beauty community, and that he had been asking for Shane for advice in it. Wait, hold on. I gotta read that again. His vid today, he had been asked by James to participate in a series about the beauty community, and that he had been asking for Shane for advice about it. Wait, so Peter Mon was asked by James, or James asked Shane to help him? Because I know that James was going to do a documentary series on the beauty community, and I remember, I think Marlena was upset about it, or there was like something going on there, and if that's the case, I'm sure that Shane wasn't happy about it, because his whole thing is documentary series, and he was already planning this thing with Jeffree Star, so I'm sure that was a little bit involved. Thank you, Rigid Rose. I'm just flabbergasted that Onion Man was right. Oh, don't even get me started on that, because Onision is a terrible human being. And the fact that, listen, all I'm gonna say is that I'm not surprised that Onision would be so good at pointing other pointing fingers at somebody else. He'd be, of all people, somebody that would be good at finding out if somebody else is just as bad as he is, if that makes sense. Peep at a Fairy again. Thank you. This was years ago, before Shane's series. I remember hearing something about it, but the reason why it pops out to me specifically is because when I had rewatched Tati's video, she mentioned it, and she advised him not to. Owen Little says, oh, thank you so much, Jack-o'-lantern Stregosaurus. I love these names, guys. It's so funny. A broken clock is right twice a day. I mean, hey, I love that. That's a good thing. Someone's saying hi to Pastel Belle. Is she in the chat? Hi. Hello. How's everybody doing? So, okay, yeah, let me actually, how is everybody? How are you guys feeling? Because everything going on online has been so stressful lately, and I understand that a lot of people are probably not in their best mindset right now, not just with this, but with everything. So I hope everybody's doing okay. And I hope that you're all doing well. Oh, I love Peter Mon. If people keep telling me to watch Peter's video, I didn't watch his newest one, but his videos put me in such a good mood. Rylan posted a story? Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Okay. I am going to split soon just because there is a lot of other stuff coming out that I would like to research, and I'm a very impatient person. Also, thanks again, Stevie Frederick. Rich YouTubers grooming out here like they're trying to be the... Oh my god. What? That's... Holy crap. Crazed Anime Hunter. I like that name, that's cool. Thank you so much. EQ is like IQ, but for emotional intelligence. I don't know how he could say so much about kids like that if he had something happen to him and he's a quote-unquote empath. Exactly. The whole thing makes me feel sick. The whole thing is absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Mikey said, oh, thank you so much. Honestly, as an empath myself, I'm 100% sure that Shane is not an empath. I can't involve myself in drama because it makes me physically sick. It is very draining. And, it's becoming to a point where, like, soon I think even I might take a step back and start focusing on things that make me happier. Because while I like to complain about things. I like to share my thoughts. I'm a very opinionated person, and I'm somebody that loves YouTube. I've been watching YouTube videos for so many years, and people in my daily life, like most people I know do watch YouTube videos, but not to the extent that I do. And so when I talk about things with them, they don't know what I'm talking about. They don't know what's going on. So that's why I started doing these types of videos. But after a while, they become so emotionally draining and so mentally exhausting. And it's so nice feeling like I have a voice and to see that people like what I have to say. But at the same time, it's also very draining to talk about these things constantly. And I feel like it's turning into like a snowball effect of things go from, okay, we're complaining about things to things getting really toxic really fast. But I am going to cover this. I am going to keep covering the situation because I'm very passionate about this and I'm invested in it. But after, I don't know where things are gonna go after this. So thank you, Kaylee, who said Jag Whackers Spanker Chief. Oh my goodness.
Shane Dawson looked like Sid from Ice Age.
Oh my god. Oh wow. So yeah. Someone said sexualizing children, joke or not, is never a joke or okay. Or I mean, is never funny nor it's okay. Or it went by. Sorry. I agree. I don't think that should be something that is a joke. I don't think that at all. And you know, it like I'm gonna get more into this when I do my full like breakdown video on Shane. But when I was a kid, I did enjoy Shane's videos. And I'll go into this a little bit. I had like this, I like Shane, I can't stand Shane. I kind of like Shane, I can't stand Shane. I watched Shane's videos in 2008. Before he had even hit 100,000 subscribers, before he had even become a YouTube partner, before he had made a lot of really disgusting, edgy content choices. He made videos like talking about people like Fred and stuff like that. And like they were like, I feel like this was just maybe it was him testing the waters. He wasn't as edgy yet. And, I was, like, I think I was 13, 14 years old. Every video he uploaded got edgier and edgier to a point where I couldn't support it anymore or watch it. And this was before, and when I say edgier, let me be specific. It was inappropriate adult jokes made on, that was like a kids channel. Well, not a kids channel, but like his audience and his target audience was definitely people in my age range at the time. And it made me feel very, very uncomfortable, and I couldn't keep watching it. And I thought that, oh, it was probably just me because, you know, I'm not somebody, to this day, I still don't like super sexualized stuff. But, that was before he had even done a lot of things racially or completely absurd with, like, talking about how he treats his pets. There was a point where he had gotten so disgusting, and I'm just so glad that I wasn't part of his community for that, because that was so terrible and gross. And then it was a couple years ago. I had stopped supporting him for so long. It was a couple years ago. No, actually, no. It was like more like a year and a half ago. Whenever he started doing his docuseries, I was entertained by them and I liked them. I didn't really know too much about his problems between these two things because I didn't really, I didn't watch him between those periods of time. I just knew that he was getting to a point where he was really edgy and I didn't like it. And then as things started coming out about him, resurfacing, and seeing how he handled them, I just feel like a slapped ass for even giving him a second chance. And I really do believe that people should, in most situations, be able to prove themselves that they are better. But this was things that he have done. I genuinely think that there's something wrong with him. I'm not trying to be like shady or funny or like mean about that. I genuinely think that there's something wrong and he should not be on the internet. And yeah, I think this is it. I think everything that had happened, everything that he has been involved with, it's coming to light now, and it's to a point where I don't think that he can redeem himself from this at all. I think it's absolutely reprehensible, and if we're going to be so hard on people like, on Onision, for all of the things he has done, all of the, like, we can't just say, oh, this was, years ago. Like, these are children. This is disgusting. And, yeah. And as far as Jeffree Star, so, here's the thing with Jeffree Star. The thing with him is, what really, I feel weird saying this, but this started snowballing since the Davi situation. It really did. If he hadn't gone on Chris Hansen's show, if he hadn't gone on Mom's Basement, he wouldn't have... I don't know if things would be as... They probably would, because I feel like this stuff was bound to happen eventually, but he said on Mom's Basement that he had that voice memo. And he said that he had all of this dirt on people, and it's just... It's disgusting. I'm just, like, mentally exhausted from this whole thing, and it's just disgusting. And I've kind of transcended above and beyond anger for everybody involved. This is just, yeah. Shane, Jeffree, Tati, everybody involved. James, even, I don't know what to think. Because I felt bad. I feel bad that he's a kid that got dragged into this, but if there is something, like, I just don't have an opinion on it yet, because is it real or is it not? Like, I don't feel comfortable forming an opinion and having, you know what I mean? Because the whole thing that happened last year was a snowball effect that had exploded over something that couldn't be proven, and then, what, a week later, he came out and showed how Jeffree Star lied about, like, 99% of things, or, yeah, in those text messages, and then, like, the internet flipped. I'm trying my best to not flip-flop here and to, like, wait for all sides of the story to come out, but at the same time, I'm just so, like, over it. This is so tiring, and it's a mess, and yeah. Also, I did hear, I did hear about Cry. Someone mentioned him in the chat. I am looking into that as well. He was a Let's Player that had been getting involved in some stuff. I was actually looking into that before this all happened. And then, yeah. So, I hope everybody's doing well. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna get going soon. About 5 or so minutes, so if anybody has anything, oh, hold on a second. Thank you, Annabella. I wonder if Jeffree has, quote-unquote, more receipts of sexual abuse from more influencers aside from Davi or James that he's hanging on to until the right moment. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, from the context that we get from Tati's video, from the context we get from that one Snapchat of him saying that he has dirt on everybody, it seems like he is somebody who collects information on everybody he meets and uses it against them. And I wouldn't be surprised that he tries to, like, because I remember Creepshow mentioned in one of her videos, you know, he's surrounded by all of these really, really, really disgusting, predatory people. Is it just a coincidence? Or what? And, I'm starting to wonder, this is truly, entirely speculation. This is an opinion. This is allegedly. I just want to point that out. This is just my thought on it, is I wonder if he purposely surrounds himself with people like this to purposely obtain dirt and information on them, so that way he has an upper hand in things like this. I don't think he's stupid. I think that he is a very, very witty person that would be able to think ahead of things like that. And, yeah. So, I definitely think more is going to come out. I definitely think so. There are people, I think Sanders Kennedy has been the one that's been putting out a lot of information. Listen, if there is a lesson to take from this, if there is a lesson to be learned from this situation, if you know anybody who comes to you in a serious, serious situation, if somebody tells you information that is borderline criminal and they trust you with that information, first and foremost, let's not use that against people. Let's not use that as blackmail. Let's not, because somebody's being hurt here, somebody's truly being hurt. If it's true. But if it is true, there needs to be authoritative presence in this. Somebody should be sending this to authorities if it's true. And if there's a lesson to be learned, if you ever come across a situation where something doesn't feel right, somebody tells you some very, very critical information, go to the police. Here's the thing. You shouldn't be afraid, so I was afraid when I first sent information in, because I had to send something into the FBI once, as I mentioned earlier in this stream. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but I was afraid because I was like, well, I don't know if this is enough information to convict somebody of anything, to, do anything about it. Just emphasize that. Be like, listen, I understand. I don't know if there's anything you could do, but here's information. Here's a tip. Just let me send in this tip. You can't, unless you're blatantly faking information, they can't. The worst they can do, in my experience, at least to my knowledge, maybe I'm wrong, but the worst that the FBI can probably do if your information isn't enough is just say, thank you for sending this in, thank you for emailing us, we'll look into it, we can't promise anything, can't make any promises. So, it's disappointing, it's discouraging, it's disgusting that it doesn't appear that any authorities have been involved. I would assume that if they were, that Jeffree Star would be so inclined to speak on that and to say, well, I got the FBI involved, because he loves to brag about everything else. But I don't know. This is just gut-wrenching. So, anyway. Do I think that Shane's career is over? I think a big portion of it is. And I don't think that he's going to lose all of his subscribers. I think he's still going to be a top dog on YouTube for a while. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, I need to look into it, but I saw a few people mention in here, and I did read something earlier, that Shane Dawson lost ad revenue on YouTube. It got taken away, so that probably hurts. That probably hurts a lot. So yeah. I think there's going to be an even bigger storm after this. I think a lot more information is going to surface. I don't think that this is the end of it by any means. I definitely think that Jeffree is probably going to come out with something. I don't know what that would be. People are terrified of him. So there's that. So yeah. Thank you, all for joining me on this, little rant for my TED Talk here. I wanted to do this and speak a little bit because, I wanted to speak on this a little because I am planning on doing a video, a more in-depth video. It's not going to be as edit heavy. It's going to be me talking and sharing my opinions, but information is changing so rapidly that I did want to give my thoughts because people have been asking so much. So there is that. Also, Bob Jones says it's amazing that Chris Chan has been. Who is that? Either way, thank you so much. I don't know who that is. I'll look into them. So yeah. I'm gonna get going. I want to do a little bit more reading into this. I saw that TED Talk. Oh gosh. Thank you all for tuning in, listening to me talk for an hour. Hopefully things turn into a better direction soon. That's all I could say. But yeah. I'm gonna go. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks again. and go outside, get some fresh air, pet some animals, pet some dogs and cats, look at animals online if you don't have dogs or cats to pet. And Chester just did like a ridiculous sigh in the background. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take a break from looking at all of this stuff online. It can be very draining, and I understand that looking into this, there's a lot going on, but just take a break and allow yourself some positivity. Don't just focus on this entirely, and that goes for myself as well, because there's a lot that's been weighing down. So I'll see you later, guys.